conscience.
Oh man, yeah. AWO here. Order. What's up, guys? What's up? I'm in the house. How you guys doing? Well, if you start tuning in, that is. Okay. 5 o'clock or a minute before 5. All right. I hope to see the guys in the chat. I got some things to talk about today. I got a lot of things to talk about. They were always coming back, coming back. It was only a matter of time. Oh man, I got some shit. I mean, all right. I hope it blinded us in the chat. I gotta check something real brief. All right. Yeah. So, if you guys have been living under a rock, not under a rock, not the rock, not 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 Dwayne Johnson. Okay, not Dwayne Johnson, not that rock. Okay. Iron Fist with the shut. But yes, yesterday, I don't. You can't really say this is a leak. Danny ran his faces. Oh, there's 9 watching now. You can't really say this is a race. Oh my god. Oh, a lot of things is wrong with the grassroots WWE. A lot of things right now. A lot of things that I kind of do want to talk about. But you don't know by now that picture came out on the set of Born Again season 3 in New York. Okay, yesterday with what it looks like Jessica Jones, Kristen Witter, and behind her, not him, behind her is Finn Jones as Iron Fist, and Mike Coulter kind of covered up as Luke Cage. Okay? Yeah, actually, there's not going to be a 5 seasons. I'm telling you. This show, I'm going to say it now. This show, I'm going to break people's heart, but this show is only going to have 3 seasons. I'm telling you. I think this show is going to be 3 or 4 seasons max. 3 or 4 seasons max. That's what I see. Yeah. Next season. Shut up. It's not season 6. Shut up. But that's funny. Okay. No, you don't want to go 5 seasons. Yeah, you don't learn from the Arrowverse, man. Trust me, you don't want to go longer than 3 seasons. Shows always get worse in their final in the latter years. Always. Learn from the Arrowverse. I think this. Wait a minute. But okay, but so I'm right, you're wrong. But okay, so is it confirmation? Well, yeah, it is confirmation. It is confirmation that they're back. I mean, yeah, it's not a solo stream, man. It's not a solo stream. This is not a solo stream. It's a confirmation they're back. 100% is a confirmation they're back. That pick confirms it all. So they might. They might as well. Marvel Studios might come out and say Luke Cage and no, they might as well come out and say Mike Coulter and Finn Jones return as Luke Cage and Danny Rand for season 3 of Daredevil. And they might as well just come out and announce that. But they might be waiting. They might be waiting for the end of the season. Finn and Jake. They might be waiting. They might be waiting to the end of the season to announce those castings. I have a suspicion that's what they're doing, is waiting to the end of the season to announce those castings, despite it getting out there. That's what I think. Okay? That's what I believe they're trying to do. My favorite part of his rivals is when Iron Fist pops his utility. It says, "You're trying to get me to read that, huh?" This whole season went to screener. So, I gotta fix this mic. There we go. Yes, there we go. Do me a favor, super chat me, check membership, like, share, whatever. Do that, please. Okay. But now this was obvious. This is gonna happen. Okay, that leaks have been sparse. So get your freaking DoorDash, Red. DoorDash at work. Here, so. But this was quite obvious if you really put two and two together. Okay, from the beginning, when they announced that Daredevil was moving towards Disney and Marvel Studios was able to get the Netflix Marvel shows, I believe from the beginning it was quite obvious that they're going to get everybody. They're not just going to get Matt Murdock and Daredevil. They're going to get eventually Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. I said this since the first season that I believed that was the plan, and I just said I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, I'd be shocked if they weren't going to come back. You just made me laugh. You just made me laugh, Red. That's hilarious. Okay. I got that was a funny. That's funny what you just showed. I love. No, that's kind of the most funniest thing I'm sorry. It's quite okay. I'm laughing at it. Okay, I was laughing when Red posted. You give me, damn you, Red. You make me distracted. Damn, where was I? Where was I? Oh yeah. I always believed they were coming back. Okay. Okay. No more leaks. I'm not leaking shit. I'm not John Campia, man. I'm not John Campia. That's John Campia saying leaking stuff. Leaking stuff. Leaking. John Campia is leaking more than just leaks. Call it plumbers. This ain't Mario. This isn't Mario, okay? You can't call the plumbers. Fuck. Okay. So, Daredevil, the show, if you really look at Daredevil, the show, the first two, Born Again, first two seasons, they're really like part one, part two. Okay? Where part one, Grady goes into part two, and part two, the season two doesn't really have a new story going. It's a same old story, right? It's the same story from part one. It's a setup, and part two, we're in. Part one is to be brain fluid. That's a good one. Part one is basically setting up. Part one is setting up part two. Part one is a setup season. Okay, there's no season one. There's no villain at the end that Daredevil overcomes. Right. So that's what season one is. A setting up the following seasons. So season two, we're in the middle of where part one was leading. It's RMB. Really? Let me see. Bipiverse. Oh, okay. Oh, is this his account? Oh, okay. Okay, I'll check that out. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see it. But let's get back to this. Uh, so obviously this means the defenders are coming back. The defenders are reforming in in Daredevil Born Again. That's what obviously means, right? That's obvious. They're always coming back. Okay? Because part two, season two, is pretty much it is is in the middle of where this story is of this what this show is about. You got to think of it as like a movie, like a three-part movie. The first movie is the setup. The second movie is like the main, whatever. The third movie is the conclusion. I don't know the comic book tourist mom he interviews, but they get into age pup psychop Eric July. That's Eric July, huh? Aged prop psychop. Oh yeah, that's Eric July for you, man. Hit us that rolls, whatever. But let's get back into this, guys. Okay, but so I don't think the show is going to go past 3 or 4 seasons. I don't think it's going to be 5 seasons. I don't think the show will have 5 seasons. I'm sorry, Blinded. Even if it's good, Disney doesn't operate like that. Oh, well, this definitely fits Air July perfectly. That fits Air July perfectly, man. That definitely fits Air July perfectly. This is season 5. I like how Red's arguing with me. Season 6 slaps. Oh my god. But there will be Daredevil movies. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Okay, we'll get to that. But I don't. I don't think. I don't. To me, Disney. I think it's possible they could do the Mandalorian. Don't go down the Mandalorian route. I do think it's possible, and what I mean by the Mandalorian route is Mandalorian has 3 seasons. Has 3 seasons. The movie Mando Grogu comes out next month. Okay, comes out next month. I think it's possible to do something like that. Now, I don't say it's gonna be. It could be a Daredevil movie. It might be a Defenders movie, or a Defender special. Defender special. The Book of Fett. Kind of, yeah, Yeah, Book of Fett. I mean, had a little bit of Mando Grogu. Sure, I think it could be like a Defenders movie or special, like they did with Punisher. That's what I think. I mean, why else bring these characters back just to be in Daredevil? Right? They were lead characters on their Mark Grayson. They were lead characters on their Netflix shows, and are they going to just be reduced to side characters in Daredevil? I think this is potentially leading to a Defenders, some sort of bigger, bigger thing for Defenders, like a movie or a special, something like that, or maybe a show. Do you believe guys like maybe like Jessica Jones may get her own show or special, or Luke Cage or Iron Fist? Something's going to come out of those characters. They're going to be just more involved on the streaming TV side of things that don't all involve Daredevil. They still involve Daredevil. Involve whatever they decide to take them. Okay? Because I don't think it'll be a Daredevil movie either. He has his own show. We don't need a movie. I think characters that have their own show don't really need a movie. Okay? Because they have their own show. Okay? But yeah, I mean it's possible people it's possible people are just jumping the gun, insinuating or scoopers scoopers because you know how scoopers like to manipulate words of manipulate words of whatever people that work in the industry, whether doing interviews or whatever. You know how scoopers like to play around, right? And because that really doesn't mean that when a past producer, director, writer talks about something that they worked on in the past, it doesn't necessarily mean they want to work. They're working on something, or it doesn't necessarily mean that oh yeah, a movie's in the works. No, this means like this shouldn't mean anything, right? Drew Goddard talking about working on the movie, working on the show for those early days, and then in a future film. It doesn't really mean anything that now. How long ago was that? Like how long ago was the? Oh, here's Mr. House.
Hello.
See, I told you it wasn't a solo stream.
Yeah, I was just working on something. That's why I was like,
Oh, how are you, man?
was this? Pretty good.
That's good. That's good. Uh, uh, I'm
I
sorry,
saw
Brian.
Mario.
Yeah, I mean I saw Mario too. Sir apartment. Yeah, we saw Mario, guys. We saw Mario.
Mhm.
If you know my thoughts on Mario, it's I think
Yeah, you were more not so hot on it compared to me. I mean, it's not like a phenomenal movie, but I mean, I
I
didn't
was
necessarily dislike it compared to the first one.
I was hard on it, but I was more understanding. Be like for kids, it
Right.
doesn't matter. Like
Well, I mean, there is good kids movies, right? Like Pixar,
yeah.
obviously. So I do feel like they could have definitely made it an interesting story. There was some cool elements, like I love the Star Fox anime sequence. That was cool.
Hmm.
Definitely, it would be nice to see that as a full animated movie in theaters. Like that would be crazy.
Hmm.
there's a lot of references. There's cameos as well that weren't
Yeah.
s- spoiled. They're not on the level of Star Fox, but I mean, if you're a Nintendo fan and
Hmm.
if you play Smash Brothers, then you would be aware of a certain character or characters,
Yeah.
I should say.
Yo, you're streaming tonight, blinded?
No, I got
Oh.
projects to work on, so I'm gonna
The
be
way
working
is
on that.
red, red, you liar, red.
No, no, I'm not streaming tonight. I won't be streaming for quite some time until all of this is finished, and it's quite a lot.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I probably if I do a stream, it may be at the end of the month.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's gonna be quite some time because we're only in the first couple of days of the month.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then from there I'll see because it all depends on some circumstantial stuff.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, yeah.
What?
Red says you're streaming. He's like your boss now. He's gonna make sure you stream.
Oh man, no. Well, unless you're paying me, I do this shit for free. But
Yeah, Red, you want to pay him?
no, I'll do a stream, and it'll be like
56K.
I'll bring on everybody. Oh, 56K. What's up, man? How you doing, man?
What's up? Yeah, 56K. What's up? Oh man, where was I? They were spotted. Just announce it during the show. Please just come on the trade. Just officially come out and say it. So Marvel, just announce it, man. They're gonna be in season 3. It's already come out.
Maybe
You can't
I
hide.
mean,
You can't hide it anymore.
yeah, they can't hide it. Obviously, they, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it is cool that they're coming back. I mean, I do kind of hope the characters have evolved a little bit. I mean, we still haven't seen Jessica Jones just yet, so we don't know how that's gonna all work. But
Oh, but
otherwise, I think this is exciting news.
I saw the new Funk. I saw the Funkos, not for the absolute DC boss. I didn't see that, but I did see the
Mhm.
Fantastic. I did see the Doomsday for Funkos. They didn't have the
Yeah.
pictures on the Funkos website. They just had like the names. That's
Oh, what was that?
for Doomsday.
Yeah, which
Come here,
which
look.
characters were there?
Oh, it was nothing major. It wasn't like any spoilers, like surprise characters, like who weren't
Right.
announced. So it was just basically, it was Doom, obviously,
Hmm.
Cyclops, Magneto, Thor, uh, Yelena. I forget who else. It wasn't like they had a surprise character or anything like that. It was
Right.
anybody who was announced in the movie. Also,
Yeah, I
yeah,
definitely want a Cyclops.
I
I don't really buy Funko Pops, but I need
I've
some
noticed.
for
I've
that
noticed the
movie.
Spider-Man Brand New Day puppets are not up.
No, yeah, I've never even had a Spider-Man one of those. Well, I don't have many of them to be
Mm.
fair.
The Spider-Man Brand New Day one, I think there's a purpose. I think because Funko has a tendency to
Spoilers.
spoil things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only have like three Funko Pops on my shelf. I kind of want to have like other things than just
Hmm.
Funkos. I was starting to think about getting into 3D printing because I had to do something for a project, so I might mess around with that. Um, but um, but yeah, I do want like a Spider-Man Funko Pop or
Me too.
something like that. Yeah.
I'll probably get like a Spider-Man Funko Pop. I'll probably get like a Lobo Funko Pop.
Oh yeah, Lobo. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'll probably get
I
like a
did see
Lobo.
the absolute one because they have Joker and Batman
Nice.
and Superman, but no Wonder Woman, which I think is a shame. Like Wonder Woman has a cool design with the sword, so and she also has the horse as well. So I don't know why they would pick Joker. I guess Joker's obviously has a cool
Popular.
design too,
It's a Joker.
but it should have been Wonder Woman and Superman and Batman.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
Iron Fist isn't Daredevil. Yeah, I mean, everybody thought Iron Man, like, not Iron Man, Iron Fist probably like recast. Yeah, they're
Hmm.
going with Danny Rand still. Uh,
Yeah, what's all the Netflix characters, right? So
Yeah, yeah. All the Netflix characters are coming back. Basically, I mean that was about to happen. That was look like this is okay. We got pictures, fine, but this is not. This nobody is surprised by this. I'm not.
Mm.
I'll be surprised if one of them wasn't coming back.
Yeah, I would be more surprised if, yeah, exactly. Because at this point, it's like we've seen them in the gym, we've seen them like taking
Yeah,
photos together at conventions. It's like, okay, this is. I think it was obviously intentional. They just haven't announced it yet
yeah. I've seen. Yeah,
officially, and
you
obviously
know.
we see the set photos now. So it's like, well,
I'm gonna say this. I think they're the end of season two.
do
At
you
the
mean
end.
three? Oh,
And
they're in the end of
yeah,
season two. I don't know. I don't think so. I think they'll tease them, but I don't think they'll show up at the ending.
yeah. So I think it's gonna. Yeah, they'll mention their names or something like that. They'll tease them, and then we'll get that. I think since they're not gonna announce them now, if they don't announce them the next week or the week after, I think it might announce them at the end of the series. Not the series, just the
Right.
season. They can make it official at the end of this when the series. Either at the end of the series or after the Punisher special. Either one of them.
Maybe. I mean, they'll announce it just this week to get people excited.
It could. I mean, why not? Like,
Because there was some account on Twitter again. I don't know about some of these people on Twitter, but they're claiming that Daredevil's going to get a movie, um,
yeah, yeah.
and such. I do think because I finally learned. I mean, this could be wrong, but I saw someone make a comment about why Kingpin doesn't appear in the movies. And so apparently the reason is because, this is the Netflix Disney version. And
Mm.
if he was to appear in a Spider-Man movie, that would mean that Sony would now own the rights to that specific version of Kingpin. And
What are you saying?
so Marvel doesn't want to lose the rights to that version, right? Because now Sony could do whatever they want with that version. So Marvel's the one who doesn't really want to put Kingpin in the movies because they would lose out, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
potentially that we couldn't see Kingpin in the
In
Daredevil
any Marvel
shows,
movie or
right?
just Spider-Man movies? They
Any
say King.
no any well that so far we only have Spider-Man MCU movies. We haven't
Yeah.
seen Spider-Man adjacent MCU movies, right?
So can he
So
be like? Can he be like in Thunderbolts 2, but with no Spider-Man related? It's an MCU movie. Can he be in that? It's not Sony produced, right?
I think he actually that's the part I don't know. Yeah, could he be in an MCU movie? I don't know.
Like, cause I mean, it wasn't the
May,
shows,
maybe potentially not.
but this isn't okay. So in the
Yeah,
shows, I guess
Kingpin
the movie.
exists in a same legal gray area that's Quicksilver does.
Well, the thing about Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, they couldn't use the Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch name. They can use the Wanda, Pietro, or Peter name because that's a regular name. So you don't have domain over those names, right?
Right.
Uh, but they couldn't use the Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch moniker
Moniker.
because Fox had the rights when Fox was owned by the assets weren't owned by Disney at the time. Once they got the
Right.
assets, they could do that, right?
Right. I see. Yeah. That's what. Well, they can technically use
Yeah.
both characters. You would think that. I mean, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch were first introduced in the Avengers comics. I'm
Yes.
pretty sure by those names. So yeah, it's kind of weird that that's what happened. And then obviously years later, it's like
I
they've
mean,
messed up their whole origin to the point where it's like like are they even now associated with X-Men? Like I'm sure they're gonna retcon all of that now because they own the rights, but
I don't,
it was really weird.
I don't even know if the
Last couple
comic spec.
years,
I don't even think the comic spec on it.
the comics have not retconned their relationship to Magneto. It's still that they're not the children
Hmm.
of Magneto, which is obviously strange.
But if you've seen the X-Men 97 season 2, the posters of all the characters, you see Magneto's daughter, actual daughter, and the part of the X-Men, Polaris.
Yeah, Polaris. Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's in the poster. We still
yeah,
haven't have a, has we still haven't gotten a release date for that show, despite the trailer getting leaked.
yeah. It's rumored
We would,
summer. It's rumored this summer,
yeah,
right? Uh, Cosmic
because I would
Crossroads.
assume they would try to push that show hard now that the X Men are in
Yeah.
the Avengers movies, right? And obviously the show is
Oh, Marvel
uh,
Rivals is Marvel Rivals is going to do a promotion for Avengers. Avengers. Yeah. Have you read
yeah,
about that? Yeah.
yeah. They're doing the Road to Doomsday.
Yeah. They're doing cross promotion. Yep.
Yeah, I think they'll probably do cross promotion with the X Men show as well.
Sure. They
Because
do.
there's obviously a rumor that next season we're supposed to get Cyclops.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've been taking a break from Marvel Rivals, so I'll probably play next season. I only log on to get free shit, and then that's it.
Westview, New Jersey. Yeah, but they're not. I don't think they're in. I don't think they're in Westview anymore. I don't think they're going to be in Westview anymore.
Hmm.
And I don't know. Gandalf's. I mean, yeah, we're going to get a new Aragon, by the way, like a younger Aragon. Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings. Vigo's gone.
yeah, I saw that. They said he was too old, and then right afterward, was it official that they announced that actor, or was that
They,
just a rumor?
yeah, apparently Lita Woodwall. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
official. It's that but Vigo's not coming back. I mean, I think it's just that it's gonna be so hard to see somebody else play Aragon because Vigo made that role iconic. It was a
Right.
perfect match, right? And he embodied in that role. He embodied with Aragon. Now
Hmm.
now we're getting a younger actor. I guess if Vigo's age is the reason. I mean, Gandalf is in it. I mean, B. McCallan's in it, but he doesn't
Right.
really do combat fighting like
Was this a
Aragorn does.
prequel, like, or is this a
No,
sequel, like, what, like?
this is happening during the Fellowship.
Oh, okay, I see.
If I think it's if I think it was based upon because I know in the Fellowship in the book at least Gandalf sends Aragorn after Golem because if Golem reveals the secret to the Shire, right?
Mhm.
To Sauron's, the forces of Sauron. He's the one. Remember in the movie, he was getting tortured, and he yells out the Shire at the beginning of the Fellowship, and then the
Right.
Nazgul go to the Shire. Well, in the book, apparently Gandalf sets out Aragorn to get to Golem before Sauron's forces could get to him.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's. I mean, it has to be prequels because that part of the book is not. You can't make a movie based on that. It's just not possible.
Right. Okay, I see.
Yeah. And also in the book, the Nazgul have no idea where the Shire are, so they go to Saruman. They go to Saruman. This is not in the movie. Go to Saruman, and Saruman tells them the Shire are. Even though they're connected to the ring, shouldn't they know? But whatever. They're bound to the ring, you know.
Oh man. And that comes out next year, so shouldn't they have been filming by now?
I think they are going to get started
Yeah.
filming. I mean, it comes out Secret Wars the same day.
Yeah, it does. Well, there's a rumor that they might move up. I could have swore I read a headline just today saying that. I mean, maybe it was the premiere that they moved to December 7th or something like that.
No, I
In
think it was
London?
always a December 7th. But that's because,
For London.
yeah, that's because Dune is having a London premiere on the 10th.
Right.
An American
Okay.
premiere for Avengers is on the 10th. But for the movie, if the rumors of Campia said the movie might be moved up, I hate to break it to you, but Narnia has IMAX also, and that comes out before both of those movies. Narnia has
Oh
IMAX.
shit, Narnia comes out this year. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, and it comes out end of November, early December, and I believe it has IMAX in the
Oh
states.
wow.
You gotta
Okay.
remember, guys. You gotta remember, the IMAX thing is only in America. It's only an American thing.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Is it only a
Yeah.
North American thing?
No, I think it's only in the U.S. I think it's
What
only
do
in
you
the
mean?
U.S.
Wait, what? What do you
I
mean?
think it's
Wait.
I think it's only in the U.S. The IMAX. They have an IMAX. I'm not sure if it's just Canada. I think I'm not.
Oh,
DeGrasse
you
will
mean
let us
the?
know.
Sorry, the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Uh,
Dune, like Dune having IMAX. I think that's only in the U.S.
Wait, Dune only had. There's no way.
IMAX
No,
in
I thought they would only have the IMAX screens in the U.S.
yes,
They don't have it internationally.
no. And by the
Why
way,
would they? Oh, that's kind of weird.
guys, the thinking that by the way, Avengers Doomsday was not filmed with IMAX cameras or anything like that, guys. So if it's gonna move,
No.
don't bet on it. It's gonna stay because it wasn't filmed with IMAX technology. They knew about this, okay?
Yeah, they knew
Avengers,
while they were filming that once they moved, because they
yeah.
announced that in May of last year that they decided to move. So,
Dune had a date. Announced that date before Avengers Doomsday moved. Okay,
mhm.
Warner Bros. Okay, like Marvel knew ahead of time. Okay, it's not like oh we didn't know. It's like we didn't know because I have access too late. No, no, no. Like no, they knew because Warner Bros. Announced that date for Doom before Marvel moved Doomsday to May, from May
Right.
to December. So they knew ahead of time. Like you don't think movie studios don't do the research? Come on, you don't do the work. You don't think they go look at other studios done with their films with that
Yeah, they
with
obviously have to in this
yeah.
case.
So yeah, it's the same
Obviously,
thing
it's
as
a
Brand New Day.
business like strategy. Obviously, like
Yeah, it's same with Degrassi is right too. Same with Brand New Day.
right. I see. Yes. Doomsday will have a limited international IMAX run. Okay, I see now.
Yeah. So okay. Cabia forgot the fact that Narnia has IMAX too. It's getting IMAX. Okay,
Mhm.
he forgot. Remember, that was one of the deals. One of the deals Greta Gerwig made with Netflix is that the movie has to be also in theaters, and then a month later,
Right.
oh, it comes out in November, end of November. Oh, it comes out Thanksgiving, November in IMAX, and then a month later, late December, it comes out on Netflix in
Okay,
Narnia.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's what I remember from reading an article. Okay. So like John Cappy, like John Cappy has this belief. Like some people really have this belief, like Dune is going to really put a huge dent in Avengers Doomsday's box office, and I'm like,
Mhm.
Dune. Dune. A lot of people are going to see Avengers. Are going to say Dune, but Dune is more for the science fiction kind of people, fans. Avengers Doomsday, yeah, it's science fiction, but it's a more of a broader, bigger fandom. There's more people like that was because it's like I hate when people are saying, "Oh, Dune's gonna do this to Avengers Doomsday." I don't think so, man. If Avengers Doomsday
Mhm.
makes 2 billion, which I think it will, 2.3, 2.4. Who cares? Who cares? That's still good. Great.
Right.
Like
Yeah, I don't really see them. I don't really see Dune putting a dent in Avengers. I still think it's kind of ridiculous to say that. Like,
yes,
I think
yeah,
both movies have enough room for the rest of the holiday season where I think it would be okay. I do think there is crossover between the two.
sure.
But I mean, Dune hasn't made the money that Avengers has, so I don't really get why anyone would say Dune is gonna blow it out of the water. I think that's kind of like who actually thinks Dune is gonna make more money than Avengers.
You know what, Anthony? There's could be. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna maybe explain the where they've been, Luke Cage and and Danny Rand, Iron Fist.
Mhm.
I'm sure they're gonna explain. I'm sure they will explain like where they've been. So yeah,
Mm.
hopefully, yeah. But like, why do we have to put Dune 3 up against Avengers? You know what? Some people are gonna do double duty. Some people just don't care.
Right.
Just don't care.
Well, like I said, these movies will play for the next 2 months. So,
Yeah.
like, there's going to be really no competition.
You
And we already seen what Avatar and Star Wars and all these movies that have played in December,
ah
how they play like. So, well,
okay. I know Avatar 3 and Zootopia 2 came out kind of a month apart, right? Same studio, mind you, same studio. They both did incredibly well,
mm,
massively well. I mean, Avatar 3 didn't make it so much as the second one, but still did well. It's yeah, exactly. I guarantee you, if you put the Batman Part 2 up against Vader Studio, Batman Part 2 would do better in June 3.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I would say so too.
okay. Come on, okay.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. That's like a Twitter talking point. Like,
Mm,
who cares what these bozos on Twitter? Like, that one account, Moonlight, I don't know, Moonlight fucking. You know the account. He's got Catwoman as his profile picture. That guy's a
yeah,
clown.
I know you're
Guy's a
talking
straight
about.
fucking clown.
Yeah, it's okay. A real test would be like, how would Superman go up against Secret Wars? Superman, Man of Tomorrow.
Still, Avengers.
What's up? Yeah, exactly. Like, you know what? You know what movie has the only movie you can compare if you want from DC to compare to if the DCU is so damn good, people are loving it, and they announce a Justice League movie comes out at the same time as Avengers, or like a month apart, then you can do a great
Right.
comparison.
And even then, you're like, I don't know, man. Like, the comparison doesn't really.
Okay, this is one of the stupidest takes. If people are saying this, 650 million. If Avengers do to make 650 million at the box office, that's to me that's me, the CEO, calling Kevin Feige, everybody works at Marvel Studios, and be like, that's an emergency meeting right there. Call that's an emergency
Right.
meeting. Okay, because if it does, then I'm gonna say the MCU is dead, dead.
Yeah, I mean, if somehow Dune makes more money than Avengers, I feel like, yes, that would be a
Yes,
massive problem.
yes, that's that's me calling emergency meeting,
Yeah,
and that
they would have
and
to
then
be like, listen, this is, I
and
don't know, man.
this might be a really hot take. Probably a lot of people would disagree. Make that could actually be like that they can actually let go Karen Feige if this is the case.
I mean, well,
It's hot water territory.
yeah.
What's it? I see. Yeah, and you know we got great movies coming out next year. It's like the biggest movies next year. I mean, DC and Marvel. Well, Marvel only has one,
Mm.
but we have two from DC. But it's Superman, Batman, and Avengers. You know what? You know what was a good year for comic book movies? That was stacked. 2012, Spider-Man, Avengers,
Yeah, there's a
Batman.
lot of movies.
Yeah, Dark Knight. In 2016 was supposed to be stacked too, right?
Hmm.
BVS, Captain America: Civil War, Doctor Strange, Suicide Squad. Yeah, look. I don't know if it's gonna make. I don't know if it's gonna make Endgame money. You know the
Maybe,
grassy.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. I think that might. I mean, Spider-Man did do pretty well. Like, it
Mm-hmm.
was close. I don't
Yes.
think it'll make Endgame money, but I think it'll get pretty close.
I think Spider-Man's gonna get to 2 billion. I mean, I if the total combined viewership that cross a billion, cross $2 billion. If it somehow doesn't make under $2 billion, I'll be shocked. Like, okay, because I could guarantee you one thing. I think GTA 6 will be the highest selling video game of all time. Because that was
I
the
think in
second.
the first couple of days. Yeah,
Yeah,
the first couple of days.
because that was the second highest viewership total of anything, like movies, video games, music, right? TV.
Yeah. But I don't think GTA 5 is the most sold.
No.
Uh, no, I don't think
Uh,
so. I
but
think it's
but
like
people.
number 2 or 3.
Oh man, it's just
But
that
it
because
broke
GTA.
the record of fastest selling
Yeah,
in what was it, 3 days or something like that.
I think it's because like people have been waiting for GTA 6 forever.
Yeah. I mean, I do think it will depend on if the game is actually functioning. That's the thing. Because if the game
Fra-
is a cyberpunk situation, then that shit is gonna.
Frank, I hate to break it to you, Punisher's not in season 2.
No, well, we'll find out where he was during season
Yeah,
2.
yeah, exactly. That's why they're doing a special.
Yeah.
And that's right after the season finale. So you don't have to wait long to find out what he's been up to.
No, yeah. It's kind of like an epilogue.
Yeah, and that may lead into I don't know, maybe the Spider-Man. I don't know.
I assume it would lead into Spider-Man.
hmm
Because, like, why else would they have it so close together? I mean, it was supposed to come out in October, so
Well,
that
really, I didn't
was
know
the
that.
original. Yeah.
DC and MC will be fine. Well, you know what?
Yeah,
No,
I agree.
I liked the Supergirl, the second Supergirl trailer. It was a great trailer. It was one of the better trailers. Okay. I don't think Luke Cage is the mayor of New York because
No,
I think Kingpin's still by the
not
mayor
yet.
because I still think Kingpin is the mayor because we see her. We see his. What is she? What does she do? Is she like the press? She's not a secretary, but what's her position? Because we see her in
I
King.
don't remember.
We see her. We see her. Obviously, she's in Daredevil, but she's also makes an appearance in Spider-Man.
Right.
But did she work for the previous administration? Because I don't know why Spider-Man would be so keen on taking a key from a city. No, what Kingpin's all about. I mean, he's a vigilante himself.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't know what's going on with
Really? No.
her specifically, obviously.
Well, if that's the case, then Spider-Man's stupid.
I mean, we don't even really know if Kingpin and Spider-Man have interacted. We just know that Kingpin is aware of Spider-Man.
Yeah, and like, look, if the timeline matches, I wonder if Spider-Man says, "Yeah, they've been coming after me too." I don't know, like, well,
This person, this account, was saying, and I don't know, like, if this person, what their track record is. I do see this person quite some time, like, and they don't do scoops really, but again, I don't know, man. Some of these people are just cloud chasers. But this
yeah.
person says that they're going to make a Defenders movie, or a Daredevil movie where, because it's a Daredevil movie, they could potentially maybe have Spider-Man. They can work out some deal with Spider-Man to now be in that movie. So then Kingpin doesn't appear in a Spider-Man movie. So they would so they
Oh,
they
so
can
they
keep
would
the rights to Kingpin with and still have Spider-Man. That's what the person says. Again, I don't really
like
know like
like they
how
did
that would work,
like they
but
did with Civil War, right? They got like Spider-Man being Civil War. It's not exactly it's
yeah.
not a Sony produced movie. I see.
Well,
Yeah,
we
find a
haven't
way to.
had. Well, strangely enough, we haven't had Spider-Man appear in another movie.
Not another
We
Marvel Studios movie, no.
no
Except,
no. So I mean, it seems like, are they just waiting because of the Avengers movies? Like, what is the
yeah.
you know, like, why are they taking so long? That's what I want to know.
Mhm.
Because, like, another thing that this person said was that they're trying to also potentially get Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four together as well. which is also a pretty smart move. I think that would probably boost the
Yeah,
box office of anything Fantastic Four
I would like to
if he
see that
switched. If
him.
he's yeah,
I would
yeah,
like to see him interact with the X-Men too at some point.
yeah, that as well. I mean, it does kind of suck that Sony still owns the rights to Spider-Man because I feel like this would all just be super easy.
Yeah,
Um, and now it's like they gotta like worry about all this other stuff.
yeah. Captain. Oh, Patrick, you didn't like Civil War. I like Civil War. Uh,
Eh, I think Civil War had some issues.
sure. But yeah, Sonny the Boys. Oh, yeah, that
Yeah,
season's
the
coming
boys
out.
is this week.
It's the finale. Well, of the
Yes,
Boys.
well, series finale.
Yeah.
Series, yeah, last season.
Oh, I mean, speaking of Marvel, Kang fell through a window.
I saw that. I saw that. It was very strange what was going on.
What the fuck?
Oh man, damn this stupid boss. Yeah, they. It's just a mess. It seems like that production. There's no union protections, and it seems
Of
like it's
course not. I
unsafe.
wonder why. He's not part of the unit anymore. It's like,
No, no, that production
oh.
specifically is not unionized. It doesn't have the
So,
protection.
so
They tried to get the protection, but I
of
guess the
course,
negotiations fell through or something like that, and they just went along with the production. This is all Daily Wire, of course.
of
And
course.
so they had this accident where I guess the person who installed the breakaway glass,
Hmm.
I don't know if they didn't tell anybody it was breakaway glass, but I'm also kind of confused by the whole situation because it's like apparently they fell 6 feet, right? Which is a distant, you know, a sorry. Let me pause this. A
Is there
decent fall. That's a decent fall, like
yes,
six
yes,
feet.
yes,
You know what
yes,
I mean? Especially if you're on your back, the way that it looks like they
yes,
fell. I think they
yes,
said the guy had stitches. Also, it's breakaway glass, so I think
yes.
you still can get cut with breakaway glass. I'm not sure. The I guess it would depend, right? Like I think if you break it, it may not cut you, but I don't know if like touching it does. Again, I'm not aware of any of those like practical effects,
Is
like
there
what they do.
is there update on Major's condition?
They said that he's okay. The other guy, he fell through the window with him because you could see they have the clip
The
of
Daily
him.
Wire,
Someone on the crew basically recorded
the Daily
the
Wire,
footage.
the crew. Yeah, because the crew's pissed off. I read it. The
Yeah,
crew is pissed
they
off.
left. Yeah, some of
Yes.
them quit and
Yeah.
they're striking because
Yeah.
they're like it's not safe and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, and then so then the producers are I think it was a Deadline who reached out for
Yeah.
comment and
Oh, the stupid
negotiate
comments.
with communists. Like what the hell does how can you call a publication like
Because
Deadline a bunch of communists? Like it's just so ridiculous and stupid.
communists.
Yeah, just a ridiculous comment. I mean, could you imagine like people get hurt on your set and your response is when
We don't
people
answer
come
the
out.
communists.
Yeah, I mean, no one. It's not like your people at the Daily Wire are going to report on this, right? Like Jonathan Majors fell out of the window. Like fuck no. So it's just kind of, I don't know. It's just very funny that these, the Daily Wire. I mean, has been infamously putting out these crappy movies that I don't even think their own base of people are watching because you got to pay for your
And
subscription service and all this stupidness and
you know it's fine, and they put a lot of money into them.
yeah. Yeah, they have put a lot of money into this,
Speaking of
but it's
strikes,
kind of falling apart.
don't believe what you might read about potential 4-year. W agreement. Really?
I did
What's
see
up there?
that
You did.
piece of news, the 4-year agreement.
I know the actors, the actors in the studios are not going to talk till June. Like they had meetings like last month, and they said they're productive, but they're not going to. They're going to meet again in June. I'm like, is that what you mean? Is productive? If you're productive, you'd be talking quickly right away, won't you think?
Right.
Not wait a few months. Usually in labor disputes, if you talk and then you say, let's talk 2 or 3 or 4 months later, it usually means things are not going well.
Mm.
Because if things are productive, you could get it done. You could get it done in a matter of a month or weeks to a month.
Right.
I didn't hear about this 4-year agreement. I didn't.
I
The
saw it.
writers.
It was on Twitter.
Oh,
It was on Twitter. I seen it. I don't know if it was yesterday or today, but I did see it. That they had some agreements, some clauses for AI or some sort, all these different things. So I don't know. We'll see how that all works out, I guess.
oh, I just see it now. What's an agreement? In a break from a recent comes, the WGA did not even ask its members to authorize a strike.
Hmm.
Okay. What's the what's an agreement? What's an agreement?
Shouldn't it say right there? Or it should say it.
Okay.
Oh no, died.
Inside
So I don't know
details. Okay,
how
I'll
the
read this.
WGA can negotiate when their staff is on strike. 8 weeks now, no movement.
AI protection. I don't know how much WGA can negotiate. I know for like the actors union. I know it's the SAG is the actors. It's for the actors, and I know like the head of SAG is always an actress. But I feel like you should get a business person in there. Actors and actresses are not the best at business. That's why they hire people. I feel like the people that won the negotiations should be a business person. That's
Mm-hmm.
actually,
I mean, you want
Wendy.
to have people representing in the
Yeah,
unions and stuff. You want people who represent the field, right? Like most of the
yeah,
time. So
but
yeah,
but
I mean, I think it should be someone who obviously, if you bring in a business person, I don't know, like sometimes the people who are under the union, they're already kind of skeptical of unions, right? Because it's like,
yeah.
even though I do think unions are good, but I always notice that people are like, I don't want to be a union. They
No,
do
no.
this and that, and blah blah blah, and it's like,
Here's a funny thing: is in the acting industry, when it comes to union, when it comes to almost any industry, but in
mm,
the acting industry, like when it comes to like oh, we want better stuff for the actors, actresses, whatever, right?
mm,
Especially the ones that are like not the big A-list stars, all right, but like just
right,
a background actor, working actor, whatever, paycheck to paycheck. Then what happens is when those happens is after the deal's done, the A-list actors don't give a shit about those people anymore. They don't. They don't care about
I
them.
mean, they should, but
They should. They should, but they don't care about them. They really don't. Right? Performative activism, if I could. Okay. 8 weeks, no movement. Um, Historic 4 year. Okay, well,
hmm.
they still
What
have to
else was there?
ratify it. I remember the actors when they were ratifying. It was like 75% approved. I
Hmm.
mean, that's not good.
Oh, look at what Degrassi says. He said Daily Wire makes movies as tax shelters.
So,
That's interesting. I mean, I saw again on this YouTuber who I always forget his name, and he does really good videos. He does reviews and such, and he was even
yeah.
talking about Jester Bell and Nerdrotic and Chris
Is
Gore,
it
all these people.
is it Birdman?
No, not Birdman. No,
Oh,
but Birdman is also pretty good too.
yeah.
But no, this person,
Because
it's
I
like
might
Mark or something. I forget. Mark with movies. I don't remember. But
maybe yeah.
he
Yeah.
did a video on the Daily Wire as well, and he talked about their movies and the production and also the movies themselves and how they're really bad and such. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's where I was like, oh wow, okay, the Daily Wire has turned this into like a massive streaming service, and they're not really getting a lot of subscribers. Like, I mean, they also don't have a lot of content to really compete, so it's kind of like, why would you even do something like this? It just kind of confusing. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. But here we are, and they're still trying. I think they're trying because they see studios like Angel, is it Angel Studios, who's like they put out
Angel
more, I guess,
Angel
conservative
Studios.
kind of movies.
Yeah, but Angel Studios is like you want to know something about Angel Studios? Yeah, it's conservative kind of movies, but they're actually very Hollywood.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they put out movies with well-known actors in them.
Yeah. So they're
But
gonna be a CinemaCon.
yeah, but they're not like um,
Yeah.
sorry, they're not like the Daily Wire,
Yeah.
because the Daily Wire is kind of like, yeah, they're really more propaganda-y. I feel like they have
Yes.
like a specific agenda.
They they're like the whip. You know how Eric July says, "Oh, I'm making a weapon first to counter Marvel and DC." That's Daily
Mhm.
Wire is when it comes to movies, basically.
Yeah, true, true.
No, that's it. And then with a bunch of money behind them. That's what it is. That's what it is with the Daily Wire is to get you, to get
Hmm.
you.
Yeah, they are a bunch of frauds. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And they just, I don't know like how far or how long until like they just sell out and just sell the company like Ben Shapiro and all of them. Because I mean, I do think they're also having some issues like within their own circle. Like apparently there's like some
Yeah.
infighting with them because some of the people who used to work for them, like who are
Yeah.
like figures in their space, like Candace Owens and
Yeah.
who was that other girl that was trying to be Snow White?
Brett
Those
Cooper.
Brett
Is that her name?
Cooper, yes,
Something
yes,
Brett.
that's her name.
Bethany. Is it Bethany Cooper or
No,
Brett?
I think it's Brett Cooper. I think you got it right. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. She left the Daily Wire, and they try to replace her, and she hasn't
Yeah.
really spoken out about why she left, and people are asking her, and there seems to be a lot of like either they were kind of censored or of some sort, like we
I'm
can't
check.
have you talking about this topic or something, which is kind of hilarious,
Ah.
right?
I'm checking out their films they made, like on Wikipedia. What's the Hyperion?
Yeah, they
Hyperion.
make
Oh,
a lot of garbage.
Carrie Ells was in this movie. Really? No, this can't be from the Daily Wire.
They made the DEI movie with Matt Walsh. That was like a mockumentary. It was
Domestic.
awful.
No, they
It
acquired
was
the
so stupid.
rights. Lady Ballers. Oh yeah, they made this movie
Lady
called Lady
Ballers, yeah,
Ballers.
yeah, that was also another infamous movie that they made that was just it was stupid. It made no sense, and you're like, I guess maybe you could have done something with this, but they really. It was just more like, haha, let's make fun of trans people instead of like having
Yes.
some actual commentary or actual jokes. Like there was really no jokes. So, and then they also had the movie with Gina Carano, which also was a flop.
Terror on the Prairie.
Yeah,
As well.
yeah, that was a disaster for them because of.
Yeah, they
Well, I
actually
think it
think
was really expensive, and I don't know. I
it.
don't think it really panned out because they played it in theaters. and it was a massive flop.
They actually say Gina Carell was like a lady.
Yeah, just Charlie Kirk's big day broke the right wing's
They did.
nuts. Yeah, they are split on that, right? Because it's all just like it's either first off, it's either about the war that's going on and stuff with Israel. So they've kind of been like fractioned, and they've just been like going absolutely nuts. And it is funny to see them fighting each other because it's like once upon a time they were all like supposedly on the same side, but now it seems like no, this might be it. I think.
You know what's crazy? Right winger
Who?
Rob Schneider.
Oh yeah, Rob Schneider's involved in the Daily Wire as well.
Dude,
Yeah, thank you
guys,
for reminding me. Yeah, he did like some cartoon with them or some shit. Yeah, it was
yeah, the
just
guy
like,
is nuts. Bob Schneider
yeah, he
is
is nuts.
nuts.
He is nuts. Holy crap! What happened to him? Like, he's just going
None.
on like crazy tangents recently.
I'm gonna say this. I know he was very popular at one point. He never really had a good movie. Never.
No, no, yeah. It's not like anything was lost, but it's like
The
he
only
did kind of go absolutely
the
berserk.
only good movies he's in is when he's like in an Adam Sandler as a side character. But as a leading
Yeah.
guy, his movie sucked.
But even Adam Sandler doesn't want him in his movies. When was the last time he was in an
He
Adam
was. He
Sandler
was in
movie?
Happy Gilmore too.
Oh,
Last year's.
really? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
they're still
Okay, that's
friends.
crazy.
Yes, they're still buddies. Yeah, they
Okay,
are.
then. Well, forget what I just said there.
Like, do you remember how Big Daddy, when he was playing the delivery
Mhm.
man, he
Right,
get canceled for that? Now he can't play that. He can't play that well. Well, he wouldn't care. But now,
right. But his whole thing now is just like, we
yeah,
can't make certain things, and but then he. The thing is, like, all these people go like, oh, we would get canceled if we made this and stuff like that, and you're like, I mean, first off, who? Okay,
I think
am
it's
I
only
the
Adam
only
Sandler
one
giving him work.
yeah, which is true, but like, who is canceling people for making comedic movies? Like, who was an actor recently who got, or in the last 10 years, let's just say 10 years, right?
Mhm.
Who got canceled for being in a movie that they felt was like, it's a comedy movie and it was just too
None,
much.
none,
Like, who
none,
specifically? It's
none.
like people have been getting canceled for, shit that they've done outside of movies, like, fucking
Yeah,
being creepy or weird or being,
yeah.
like
Louis
things
C.K.
that are, yeah, things that are like legitimately like, okay, I wouldn't want to associate with
and
this person
well,
because they're weird.
Louis C.K. is making a big comeback. I think it's like a Netflix
Yeah.
special. Uh, um, the guy who plays Chris. Oh, that guy, Army of the Dead was uh, Theo Vaughn is not that smart. I can tell you one thing: Theo Vaughn is not a smart
Yeah.
person. You could
No,
tell.
he's always first off one. I mean, he was playing that side too. Like they're all dumb, right? All the Joe
Yeah.
Rogan sphere
Yes.
people. They've reached a point now where I think they do look insanely stupid because it's like you guys platformed Trump, right? You guys had no issues with that. Okay, fine. Even though you're completely against doing podcasts with political figures, which I think was valid. I don't think if you have a platform and you're like, I'm not going to bring on a political person to just spew their agenda,
Mm-hmm.
or if I'm going to do that, I'm going to bring on everybody, right? And I'm gonna have to either push back on things or I don't know. The Joe Rogan really wasn't the place to do it. At the same time, it's like Joe Rogan did have Bernie Sanders on, and obviously Bernie
Yeah.
Sanders is a political person, right? So it's like,
Joe Rogan have political people on. He does it all the time. Like,
yeah, but I think like him bringing on Trump was like a little bit different because
yeah.
it just didn't. First off, that was the moment where all of a sudden he starts like endorsing Donald Trump, and you're like, wait, why is Joe Rogan now endorsing people? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought he was completely against those
Money.
things, but it's
It
like,
has to be money.
Yeah, it was money and an opportunity to brush shoulders with other people that he hasn't. It was all just kind of like weird, and now it's funny because they're all kind of walking this back, right? Andrew Schultz is also doing the exact same thing, walking all this shit back that he said because he's like, well, I didn't sign up for this. And you're like, what exactly did you sign up for? Because it seems like you didn't know. Most people are either like completely 100% on board with what's happening, and then there's those who are just like, well, I was for this, but now I'm against it. And you're like, what? It kind of a strange
Yeah.
flip there, right?
Well, some do is a grift. Some are serious. There's some
Hmm.
legit, and some is probably like pop money to get. And
Yeah, Andrew Schultz, I think, was definitely money. Same thing with Theo Vaughn. Theo Vaughn was definitely smaller than, he's still smaller than Joe
if,
Rogan and Andrew Schultz. So,
if you ever get a
you know,
comedian to debate politics against somebody that knows politics, the comedian looks so damn stupid all the
right.
time,
But
all the
there was
time.
a comedian who was like, I don't have a. He brought up a good point. Like, it was like you can't just be like telling jokes and the punchline is like your political belief, right? Like you
Yeah, that's
can't be
true.
like, you know what I mean? Because then it's just like, well, everybody will know your joke, right? It's like you kind of have to,
Oh,
have some you kind of have to make fun of yourself or you do something interesting, like it shouldn't always be haha the wokies, right? That's the punchline over and over and over again. It's just like, is that what people want? Like apparently, if you're dumb like Smash JT and fucking
that was actually
Big
Tracy
Dick
Gore,
Eric
guys.
maybe, but like
That
these were
was
the people who were never they never watched comedy. They're not fucking, clever individuals. I
well,
mean,
well,
just look at
well.
the way they
You're
talk on
wrong.
Twitter.
How can you say it about Smash? He says he's a comedian.
Yeah, no way Smash JT's a comedian. He's a laughing stock, but he's not a fucking comedian. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like no fucking way. He's the fucking jester that makes fun of himself. Um,
I don't know if the Grassy is following Smash EP, but like this
yeah,
guy,
he should. Smash
I
JT is
call
an
him,
absolute
I,
fucking clown.
I call him Smash GPT because I said Smash JT. I'm so used
Yeah.
to calling him that now.
The shut up and dribble people really don't like it when you tell them to shut up and tell jokes. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Like you tell them, "Hey, shut the hell up and just make jokes." They're like, "No, I want to stand here and I want to." Like all of a sudden, Dave Chappelle now does this too. Like Dave Chappelle is standing up on stage talking about trans people and and it's like the whole thing is just about trans people. You're like, dude, like no one is coming to you for fucking trans jokes. You're Dave Chappelle. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can make racist jokes. Like that was your whole thing, right? And people like that because it was like you're making fun of everybody, and and it was funny, right? So it's like, but now all of a sudden it's like I'm gonna specifically zone in on a group of people that I have really no clue about, other than what I see on the internet, and that's now going to be my routine. And you're like, what? It just doesn't really make any sense. That's the reason why I feel like some comics are just, they have like a certain like expiration date. Like
Mm-hmm.
the moment they become big, they become wealthy and they don't really experience the world like the rest of us. So it's like they're very sheltered individuals and they just don't really have good jokes. So, like, and I think Joe Rogan is like a prime example of this in real time where we're
I'll
seeing
tell you what.
someone
Is he
make all these mistakes.
is he gonna be there for Gina Carano Manuelsi fight?
I don't know.
I want to watch
Maybe.
I want to watch that train wreck.
Where's that taking place?
I think in Vegas.
Because he
I don't know.
was, Joe Rogan was, I don't always keep up with Joe Rogan, but I know recently he had some issue about going to the White House and watching them do UFC matches. Also, another thing is too, uh, Dana White has also been going fucking nuts as well. Uh,
Oh, I'm not
so
surprised.
so I do wonder like what Joe Rogan thinks about that too, because it's like he's kind of trying to back away and be like, yeah, Trump went too far. Whereas Whereas Dana White is like, no, Trump's not going far enough, and he's just going on podcasts and saying whatever the fuck he wants, and he sounds like a crazy fucking person, right? Like he admitted, I can't believe someone would admit to this. Dana White, his wife was recently pregnant, and so she, the doctor's like, this is going to be the birth date, right? You got to come and stuff, and he was like, no, that's going to happen on a match. So we're going to have to either push that up so I can go to this match. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, isn't that just like absolutely insane? Like, it's like the doctor's telling you this is when she's going to give birth, and you're like, no, we're going to have to do a C-section and do all this stuff. And the doctor's like, hey, this is risky. And he's literally telling everybody this and laughing about it like it's some like joke. And you're like, no, this is actually weird. This is strange. This is strange ass behavior. Like, you could have missed this match, right? Like, I get it, you're the face of the UFC, but you could have been like, no, listen, I got priorities, right? Like, and everybody would understand. No one would have made fun of him. No one would have said, oh, that, what are you doing, right? But instead, he does this, and he makes a mockery out of himself, and he looks like an absolute narcissist telling this story. Like, gives no fucks about anybody else but himself and his career. You're like, this is insane. And to tell this story is even more insane. Like, no sort of like self-reflection and being like, yeah, actually that was a bad idea, right? Or like, this is not funny. But Dana White gives zero fucks, right? So, and the only people who can really push back on him are people on his level, because like I said, he gives zero fucks. And anybody who criticizes him, he's like, well, they're all fucking bums anyway. Who the fuck cares about them, right? And it's like, okay, man. But yeah, it's a mess, man.
It is. Louis C.K. got. Oh yeah, there's been a lot of news actually. Oh, I mean, look, we could talk about some stuff. There's been actually a lot of news today. Actually, I don't know if you saw Mass Effect. Mass Effect is being rewritten to appeal to non-gamers.
Yeah, I did hear this. I don't know if the title is clickbait. It sounds very clickbaity. Like, we're gonna have to rewrite the show to appeal to people who don't play the games. And I don't know. I mean, when they announced that they were going to do the show, one of the things that they said was they're writing the show with the games in mind. And if that means that there's no Shepard and it takes place after the trilogy, I would assume that might be kind of confusing. It's like, it didn't sound like Fallout where it's like, okay, this is a new story in the same universe. It's like, no, this is a continuation of something that has already happened, right? And that's the jumping on point. And you're like, I guess that would be fine for us, but I mean, for the rest of the people who don't know, that might be confusing, right? Does that mean that they're not making the show with gamers in mind? No, they're just deciding to write a story that works for everybody, right? Like, people who watch the show and they go, okay, I understand.
Not another Henry Cavill video game show. Well,
he's not. I don't think he's involved.
He was supposed to be involved. He was involved with Amazon Warhammer. I don't know. There's never been any update on Warhammer. And that's been like 4 or 5 years, Warhammer.
Might be dead. I don't know. Remember, they put out that animated show.
I think it's dead.
Who knows? Maybe it's probably dead.
I don't think it's happening. I don't.
It seems like anything with Henry Cavill is kind of like takes years and years and years. He does sound like an asshole, though. Like, there was some story someone told where it's like nobody can ask him any sort of like personal questions, like actors or anybody. And you're like, what is even a personal question? Like what happens if you're just having a conversation with someone? You know what I mean? Like, I know people don't want to reveal too much information, but I'm like, so he like openly tells people this, like, I don't know. It's just kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. It was like,
Mm-hmm.
what exactly does that even mean? Like, is he just like in his trailer and he doesn't talk to people? And when people ask him questions, he's like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to say anything personal. You know what I mean? Like, because then that would be weird.
Yeah.
Oh man, oh. So I
He
don't know.
doesn't
He
want.
doesn't sound like I don't know. Doesn't sound like an interesting person to talk with anyway.
And um, Elden Ring is starting. Elden Ring is beginning production.
Yes,
I wonder what that is going to be. The movie's going to be about. It's going to be about the main character dying over and over and over again.
I do wonder myself too. I mean, I'm not into those games, but what would that even look like?
A24 has A24 ever done an IP that's not theirs?
Not. Well, I mean, they've announced a ton of stuff, but we haven't really seen any of that just yet.
Is this the first one that's actually going into production? That's
No, I think they have. Don't they have the Crystal Lake series
oh
that they? I don't know what happened to that show. I don't know if it's still in
yeah. At least he
operation
gets to
or
play an
whatnot.
alien with some kind of powers again. Highlander. So he's
They
playing
also just
Superman
recently
Highlander.
announced that Rob Zombie is gonna make the Chainsaw Massacre. Like, yeah, that's gonna be fucking garbage.
Bob Zombie is not a good director.
Well, all Rob Zombie does is make Chainsaw Massacre. So you're
No,
like, what's even the point of this? Like,
it's just
eh,
Halloween movie. The Halloween movie was shit.
yeah. So I mean, Rob Zombie's been making fucking garbage now for quite some time. I don't know what happened to him.
Was he? He's better. Was he better as a musician or what?
I mean, he did make some good stuff, like
Yeah.
earlier in his career. I don't know. I just don't know what happened to him recently. Like, remember he did I guess a reboot of was it the Monsters? What is that fucking TV show?
Oh, the monsters. The monsters. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
From
was
the like.
fucking garbage, straight up garbage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. A24 does have like a couple of IPs in production. Like they are still doing the Death Stranding movie. We just haven't heard anything about
Oh,
it
okay.
since.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is all in pre-production still or in development, so it's gonna be a
Yeah. I
while.
mean, A24. They've been getting lots of money, finance. Like yeah, they're putting more money into production now. For a while. Glenn Powell. Glenn Powell. Oh, Glenn Powell wants to ruin his career by going to
Oh
Chainsaw
God,
TV.
no, don't do that.
Okay, discussion film. Do me a favor. Stop showing us pictures of Earth from space. If you're gonna show us pictures of Earth from space, show us something interesting. Not just fucking Earth or the moon or like space station. Show us there's like alien spaceships or something, or like Venus or Mercury or something like that. Please show us something interesting. Okay, something new. I hate. I'm sorry. Like that bores the shit out of me. Saying, "Oh, what Earth looks like at night or day or half night, half day." Okay, show me like I'm sorry, blind. I just find that stuff boring. If I see like if there's like an unidentified flying object, yeah, okay. If they go to the moon and you see like a
Oh,
transformer walking the moon, yeah, you know, because
it was a cool shot of Earth for a
yeah,
second.
but you know, the past few years it's been like confirmations of UFOs, aliens, things like that.
Yeah.
This is your chance. Like this is a big chance to confirm it. Like the space, okay, okay. you know,
Mm.
like, it's just
Aaron
not
just wants
interesting.
to see the crazy shit that's out in space.
Yeah, I want to see something interesting. I mean, like, you know what? When we can get to Mars or Venus, when we can
Hmm.
land on those planets, make sure to have guns, just in case.
Make sure make sure to have guns.
Just in case. There's some sort of weapon. Just in case. Okay. You never know.
He's gonna blow up fucking Venus the moment. Like, what happens if there was like some Cthulhu-looking monster on there? Like, we would just be like, okay, we're never going to that
If I
planet.
Doomcock.
Oh god, Doomcock. I wonder what Doomcock's up to.
You think Doomcock's spaceship is flying around outer space and the Aramis 2 thinks that
Yeah,
they're doing
inhaling the toxic fumes of Venus because he's, an idiot.
it? Yeah. Doomcock.
Of course,
It's cool.
Is.
It's cool to went to space. I saw a cool space movie a couple weeks ago, and there was aliens. So it's aliens. Find us aliens. Like, if you ever wonder why UFO sightings for years and years, right? That should be easily proven. Just like Bigfoot. I'm sorry, Bigfoot should be proven. That's something that big in the forest should not be easily hidden. I'm sorry. It's not factually possible. You know? Like, if you go to the jungle in Africa or wherever, and you can find gorillas, right? Because Bigfoot is like an ape, specifically an ape. Like humans are considered apes, gorillas are apes. If you can find a gorilla in the jungle, you should be able to find Bigfoot in the forest. I'm sorry.
Well, Bigfoot doesn't exist.
You don't think so?
Sadly.
No.
No. It's been debunked.
Yeah, because it'd be easy. I'm sorry, it'd be easy to prove. It'd be easy to prove. We can find smaller animals. We can prove smaller animals in the forest. But something that big that walks like a man but is a little bit taller than a human, you can't prove that exists. Bullshit. I'm sorry. Unless it's like some interdimensional demon or something. I don't know, from like a different world.
Yeah,
Like,
I just don't. I mean, Earth is like, I don't know why would there be a freaking Bigfoot walking around in California and nobody's known or seen or
yeah, exactly.
shot him or killed him, or I don't know, man. It just kind of doesn't really make a lot of sense. It is a cool idea for sure, but I mean, yeah, unless someone can actually get a hold of this thing, yeah, I don't really believe it.
I do agree with you with the ocean stuff. I do agree with you there.
Yeah,
I do agree.
Well, that ocean, most of the ocean we can't explore because of the pressures of water, right?
Yeah. I agree with you.
And the depths and stuff like that. I do think. Well, actually, they have said that there's probably not a lot of shit at the bottom of like really deep areas because if you think about it, there's a lot of lack of things, to be honest, at the bottom of the ocean, right? It's lacking in calcium. It's lacking in, various life forms as well, right? So it's like the things that would have to survive there are kind of like just like scrap animals, and they're kind of like just, I don't even know. They're like there's like crabs and stuff too that are like blind and they just like walk around and eat shit. But it's like, I don't know. Is there like giant fishes and giant shit down there?
Hey, according to the Meg, there's a giant Megalolian shark or whatever it's called.
I think in more like higher levels there would be bigger animals, and probably they've died or they're kind of like just like one-offs.
I don't think they would all have to be fish, because I don't think they'd be like whales or dolphins, because whales and dolphins need air to breathe, right? They're mammals. They're not fish.
Yeah. We would have seen them by now. They would be fishes that are like sharks and stuff. I do think they have existed or they gotten so big, but it also could be that we know their species and it just so happened that this one just became super large for whatever reason.
Yeah, you remember I don't know. I remember they found a fish like years ago that was thought to be extinct, but they found one alive.
Yeah. I mean, you never really know, right? Because it's like I said, there's the ocean has really not been explored.
Yeah.
how could I say, not in the same depth that we have with on land, right?
What about
And
Aquaman?
even
Maybe
even
though. Maybe Aquaman
yeah, as
knows.
Aquaman, yeah,
Real.
Aquaman can search for some of these places.
What if we could find Atlantis down there? I mean, people actually try to search for Atlantis.
Yeah, to me, what's more interesting down there isn't really the animals, but what
Civilizations.
what has sunk, right? Like what
Yeah.
happened
Fucking
to things that might have gotten lost, or ships that have sinked, or planes that have crashed that we have no clue about, right? Like those things I think are more interesting. Like if they could find ways of um, trying to map out the bottom. There's this company that is actually building like drones that are like boats, right? So they're the size of like a boat, and they can
yeah.
go. They basically there's about five of them, and they kind of scan the ocean and create an image, like a depth of what is there, right? And the company's mostly doing this because you remember the
Yeah.
Malaysian airplane that crashed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so this company's trying to find it, right? Because we really don't know where it crashed. We know obviously it crashed, but where originally they thought it was, they think it's actually more closer to Australia, and so this company's been kind of, I think it's an
I mean,
Australian company
I mean,
who's doing this.
nobody knows where like Amelia Earhart is. Like
Yeah, and
we're
she
happy to.
obviously most likely crashed in the ocean too.
Yeah, she probably definitely. You know the
Yeah,
funniest
like
thing is
those
like
are things that I wish we would find out because they're so like, what exactly happened, you know?
hmm I think we should keep sending billionaires to loot the Titanic. Toy
Yeah,
cans,
we're the
yes.
same. I agree. I mean, that guy was an idiot, right? Like an absolute fool,
Was
stupid moron. Like,
was Rose a real person actually on the Titanic?
no, that was all fiction.
Oh, so
No, but
The
I
Titanic
have,
was not real.
no, of course the Titanic was real, but I wish someone would make a movie about. I mean, maybe it wouldn't be as interesting, but I think it's an interesting story. Is like what happened to the ship that saw the Titanic sink, and how come they didn't do anything.
You're like fuck the
I'm
Titanic.
not
No,
sure if I'm not sure if the grassy knows or if you've heard the story, but I think it's an interesting story. It
maybe they're
shows that there's a
pirates.
lot of no, it wasn't a pirate. There was no pirates
Nah,
in
there was no
the
pirates
Atlantic
in the
Ocean.
north. Especially the north part of the Atlantic Ocean. No,
Yeah,
the cold.
north snow pirates. That does sound kind of cool, but yeah, there was no snow pirates in the early 1900s. No.
well, no, no. Like, yeah, that's not. They're probably. Ah, that's sick. We can't save them. We ignored them.
No, no, no. There's a YouTube video about it. It was because,
No
well, the
pirates.
Titanic, because like back in the day, right? They had, because like how would they, if those that don't know, like they have to communicate with the different ships that are out in the ocean, right? And so they
Yeah,
would have to
so
use radios, right? These kind
yeah,
of makeshift radios,
so they don't crash into
and
each other. Yeah, like
and they would
planes.
have to type out a message, right?
Yep.
And they would obviously have to decode the message. And so the ship that saw the Titanic sink was called the Californian, and they were actually parked. All of the ships that were in the area, because remember the Titanic is not alone, just floating out here. There were several other ships, and each ship is in their own lane, right?
hmm
And so the California had told them, "Hey, listen, we're going to stop for tonight because the waters are too icy and it's too dark and we can't see. So we're going to just park ourselves, wait, and see
Oh
if the
yeah,
ice can melt,
clears
and
up.
then in the day we can navigate, right?" But the thing is, the guy who typed that message,
Forgot
uh,
to send it.
no, he sent a message before that the Titanic, the guy who was working at the Titanic, was like,
uh,
what the hell? He was like blowing out the guy's ears, right? Because he just kept saying the exact, a repeating message, and it was so loud. And so the Titanic actually shut off the
oh,
communications to that ship.
They
which
could
was
have saved them.
insanely stupid.
Yeah, because
But then, well, yeah, you can go. Sorry.
oh, they could have. Oh my God, go ahead, continue. I think
Yeah,
you know.
they could have saved a lot more people. Obviously, well, they could have saved the Titanic completely because if that guy had heard that basically, hey, they're parked and all this is happening, they might have told the captain, hey, maybe we should just stop because this other ship has stopped too, right? But they kept going, and essentially, because it was also was it was it
Yeah,
Easter?
because if it
I
was
think it
light
was
out,
Easter.
if they stopped and it was light out, they started resuming during light out. They might have seen the iceberg.
Right, but there was
Like,
also another factor. Well, yeah, that too, obviously. But I think it was a holiday. I don't know if it was Easter because the Titanic sank in April, right?
hmm
Um, I don't know if it was Easter, but there was some holiday, right? And essentially, they were like, okay, we're gonna kind of go to bed. And so, even though there was, guards out watching, and they could see in the distance, they see a ship, and then all of a
yeah,
sudden, this is when the Titanic is sinking. Then all of a sudden, they don't see the ship, and they could see that they're sending flares up in the air, and they were all like, "Well, is that a ship? Like, what's going on? Why are they doing this? Are they in
it's a
distress?" They
ship.
were just confused,
What do you think it would
right?
have?
And
What do you think it would have been?
well,
Good.
obviously they had to have known it was a ship, but they were still confused, like why this ship was doing this. They had really no clue because they were getting no communication
Yeah.
from the Titanic, not because the Titanic wasn't sending messages, but because their ship had basically the guy went to go to bed because it was Easter, but there was nobody to fill him in, right? So everybody just went off, and then they woke up the guy. Well, first off, they woke up the radio guy, and then they told the captain what was going on, and they didn't realize until I think a bit later they were like, yeah, they were sending distress calls, and this was the Titanic, right? And they were supposed to respond to those distress calls, right? And so because of that, it became they had to go to court over this. This was a court trial, right? Because what they did was, I mean, they got a bunch of people killed wrong, and they also
hmm
they didn't what do you call it? They failed to do proper procedures, right?
hmm
Now I think they were found guilty. I don't know too much about the court trial. I just know the story and how the story was weird, and eventually they did save some people, but it was too late, right? If they actually had came earlier, they would have saved
Yeah.
people. But again, it was just kind of an entire mess. Like the Titanic really should have never kept going in the night. They should have stopped 100% because every other ship in the area had stopped. And now some people obviously have some conspiracy theories. There's a lot of conspiracy theories with the Titanic. Some people think that it was
Yeah.
intentional because they were like they didn't want to stop because well if they can go through the icebergs then they can say well the Titanic is indestructible, right?
Invincible, indestructible. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Invincible,
yeah. So some
indestructible.
people think that
I
that's the
can't
reason
because
why.
it can't. It's because they know that if it goes through the iceberg, it can't sink. So okay, right?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, but it still was stupid, right? Because it's
yeah.
like even if because like some people always are like, why didn't they turn and stuff? And it's like they did turn.
Yes,
That's
they
the
did.
reason why they sunk. In fact, some people have suggested that if they just ran the iceberg head on, that they would have not have sank, right? But it was because they turned to avoid it that it cut the bow, and then obviously it filled in
Yeah.
and it toppled and it sank, right? So it's just I don't know, man. I'm kind of like obsessed with the Titanic. I'm not gonna lie. I've watched tons and tons of videos about like the bottom, what it looks like at the bottom, what has sank, what it was like to be in the Titanic while it sank, which is absolutely terrifying. Very scary. And it's very possible that there was people in the Titanic who
Yeah.
were in a air bubble and survived, and then basically when they got straight to the bottom, they would have been dead in
Mm-hmm.
that air bubble, which is fucking crazy, right? Um, but and then some things are like, how come there's like tons of shoes at the bottom of the ocean? Like, what's the reason behind it? There's like a couple of theories, right? Like, are these shoes of like dead people or is it luggage? I think it's a combination of different things. I think there are people who died and sank to the bottom, and the reason why you don't see bones there is because, like I said, there's no calcium at the bottom, and so
Yeah.
it just completely absorbs the
Disintegrates.
bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it, right? And then all
Mm-hmm.
the animals will, the stuff will pick it, and then
Yeah. The
that,
the the
that's
garbage.
it, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very interesting. Like, and seeing it, it's so fucking creepy. It's like so
Oceans.
weird seeing
Oceans.
something like that at the
Oceans.
bottom
At
of
the
the ocean.
time, yeah, oceans were the only way to travel to another continent. But I don't know how many years later it became like blimps and planes. When did planes and blimps become? I
I
just
don't
remember.
know, mid 30s, 40s,
Yeah, because Indiana
maybe,
Jones. Indiana
maybe,
Jones took
yeah,
place in the 30s, and he took a blimp across continent, right?
yeah.
Oh,
Well, I
yeah.
think did Indiana Jones take place in the 30s? I thought it was like in the
It was
40s while the
no,
Nazis were.
the war wasn't going on, but the Nazi Party was rising. It was rising. The war wasn't like World War II
Okay,
hasn't started, but the Nazi Party was still, yeah, a thing.
okay. It's been a while. I don't really
Yeah.
remember, um, but yeah, I mean, the ocean is a very scary place. Like
Well, it's very
the thing is
dark
like,
at night.
well, yeah, I mean, there's just so many different factors like going into the
Even the
ocean, right?
daytime is even the daytime is scary, man, because you don't know what's in there. Like,
Well, it's not even
if you're
really just that. It's more just like you're not really going to survive. That's
no,
really what people should be more scared about. It's like the chances of you surviving are very small. I mean, you might be in waters that are below freezing, and at that point, you're going to die of hypothermia, right? No matter if you could survive without
yes,
drowning, you're still going to die of hypothermia, right? So it's like there's too many factors that go into these things. No matter how prepared you are, it's just the ocean is just such a fucking scary fucking beast. Really, that's really it. Like,
oh yeah, man.
so fucking scary, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm not afraid of water. I've been on uh, a cruise. I could swim.
I can
You know
swim
what I
too,
mean?
so
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I could dive and like I know how to tread
I
water and all
dive.
that stuff. But still, it still is very freaky if you were to be
Advice,
shipwrecked and stuff.
advice for people: learn to swim. Trust me, learn to
Yeah,
swim.
I agree. I think everybody should learn to swim. I when people tell me they can't swim, I'm always confused because I'm
I mean,
like, because we had to take swimming class as a kid. Our school had a swimming pool, and so that was
mhm,
mandatory for us.
yes, learn to swim. Like everybody should learn to
Yeah,
swim.
yeah,
It's
because you
very,
never really know what situation you might be in. Even though I'm sure
mhm,
most people are not near water, but still,
yeah.
because like I'm pretty sure in some cases, if you see someone drowning and you don't do anything, I don't think the in court you could say, well, I can't swim, that's why I didn't do it. I think actually you could. Actually, never mind. That might be stupid. I'm
The
sorry. I think
thing
that's
is,
stupid.
yeah, the thing
I
is,
think
because
you
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 might,
gotta at least just call 911. I think
yeah, I mean,
that
like,
might be the bare minimum.
because
So
if the
never
person,
mind.
if they see somebody drowning and the person can't swim to save them, if they go in the water, they might
Yeah, you
end
might
up like
kill
drowning
yourself. Yeah,
himself.
yeah. That's why I'm like, wait a minute, that was stupid. I'm like, why? Yeah, I'm like, hold on a minute.
Yeah,
You could kill yourself if you don't know how to drown.
yeah,
Yeah, like regardless of if the person is drowning, it's if you don't call 911 or if
hmm,
you act, then you know what I mean. Then you could get you could get in
yeah.
serious trouble for that.
I mean, if you're like at a pool or at a beach, the lifeguard contact the lifeguard. That's the lifeguard's
Yeah,
job.
that's a
It's
lifeguard's job. Yeah, but I mean, like for if you did know how to swim, I still feel like you kind of you should definitely go
sure.
in and try to help the person if you are an expert swimmer. You know, like, because you got to drag that person out very quick. Uh,
Yeah.
but I mean, yeah, the ocean is so freaking scary, man. Like, um, I really just want someone to find some of the stuff that has gone missing and see where, like, why it's at the bottom of the ocean, where it is exactly.
Oceans were. I think that your ass is gone. All right. Do you believe in ghosts? Uh oh. You know what? Although blind is still here, but I got ended at 10 anyway. In 10 minutes. Well, now I can end it because I gotta be out. I got 10 more minutes blinded left.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you asked me a question though. Do I believe in ghosts?
Me,
Was that the question?
yeah, me personally, I don't know. Like,
Um, I I would say not necessarily. And I am someone who looks at like paranormal stuff, and
yeah, yeah,
you
me
know,
too.
yeah, I like that kind of stuff and hearing ghost stories and things like that. But I've never really heard a very convincing story. I've heard personally convincing stories that I do think I do. I'm like, I don't know exactly how you could explain that other than
Yeah,
it was a mistake or something, right? But these are not, they're not my stories to really tell. They're more like personal stories from, uh, well, it was Monkey's story to be fair. But he was the
uh,
one who told me a story that I thought was very spooky because it was like three people had witnessed this thing, and so it's like, yeah, it's kind of hard to deny something that three people have seen and they can't
yeah,
really explain it. Um, so yeah, but I'm not like I don't know. Like I said, a lot of these stories and situations they kind of were like they could be easily explained away, and I feel like a lot of them you often hear very similar elements to them, and so I kind of wish someone had like a very very good convincing story where you're like, yeah, that's kind of hard to explain away, right?
yeah.
So, do I want ghosts to be real? I don't know. I feel like wouldn't that kind of open up a can of worms? Like,
I
why?
don't.
Because it's like, why exactly are there? Like, like I said, I like the idea of ghosts. Maybe just from like a storytelling idea. But then it's like, okay, if we were to treat them to, if this was a real thing, right? Why are some people ghosts and other people just aren't ghosts, right? Um, that could be an interesting idea, like for a story. But it's like most of the time people say it's because, they have like business that is still here, or, they went through some tragedy or something and they're trying to figure it out or whatever, right?
Yeah,
But I don't know, man. I mean, the thing is, the science on it is obviously too wonky and weird, and I don't think anybody really takes anybody serious who tries to look into it scientifically, because it's like, yeah, I mean, where's the tangible like thing to measure, right? Like most of the time, it's kind of hard to even find ghost activity, so to speak. So I don't know. I don't think there's anything to it. Um, but maybe I wouldn't be surprised if there is something out there
no.
that
I'm gonna
maybe
get a
could be
little.
explained.
I'm gonna get a little religious here.
Hmm.
If you have people say they believe in God,
Right.
why not ghosts?
Well, yeah, most people who are religious would kind of believe in ghosts, right? There's a lot of ghost stories,
Well, they
and
believe in demons.
Yeah, they believe in demons. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like demons and ghosts. Like sometimes there's demons pretending to be ghosts in some
Exactly.
religions.
Yes, exactly. Demons. They always say like demons will mimic like a little girl, ghost.
Yeah, or mimic other people who have been
Yeah,
dead and stuff. So I've heard that too. Yeah.
yeah. And I'm like, okay, these are demons. What kind of demons are there? I'm sure there's different kind of demons. And if there was hell,
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know about.
it's
That's what I'm
just
saying. It's like I
yeah.
don't really personally believe it. Um, I mean, obviously, I'm not really a religious person. I mean, I just hear
Not
stories
me
from
really.
people, and
Not me either.
yeah, like It's like I don't mind learning about religion, but I just am not interested in like practicing it because I just feel like it kind of gets a
Hmm.
little hairy, and I think people take it to even
Extreme.
people who are yeah normal people and they're not extremists. I do think they kind of like it becomes like an obsession, and I don't think you should obsess over anything,
No.
right? So that's just like my personal opinion. Not that I'm against anybody who practices religion or anything
I
like that. As
just
long as you're cool with me, I'm fine with whatever you want to
I
do.
just don't like people pushing down religions down people's throats.
I
I
100% agree. Yep.
I hate those kind of people. I hate those kind of people. I'm they're like, ah, God loves you, Jesus loves you. Even
Hmm.
if you if and they tell you like, well, I'm not Christian obviously, but it can
Right.
apply for any religion. But tell you God loves you, but you gotta do this. You gotta do this to make him happy because you're sinning. You're sinning. I'm like, fuck you. Like, no, don't tell me what to do.
Hmm.
Like, I'd be like, I'm one of those people. Be like, I asked him, does God know everything? Right? I asked him,
Right.
and they'll say yes. Okay. Why should I be? Why should people be punished if God knows everything? If God knows I was going to do this, why should I be punished? Why should I be punished?
Right.
You see my point? Why should people? Why should people go to hell if they know God knows already? I I'm just saying, and I personally think God is not as powerful as people in religion make him out to be. I just
Right.
don't think so.
Yeah, I think it's
Or if he's real.
um I don't the aspect of God and creation. I do think I don't know. Not
Well,
it's like to me it's like I don't know if there is a creator. I feel like would they have assigned all these rules and such like
some people
why
do.
would you know what I mean like
Like the story of like you know in Judaism right now it's Passover,
mhm,
right? The story of the
right
10 plagues, with the Egypt, right? I'm like,
hmm
okay, I understand the Passover what it means, right? Obviously, it's freedom for the Jews from slavery from Egypt, but the 10 plagues,
right
I'm like, okay, the 10 plagues would decimate Egypt, and Egypt would never recover. But the problem is, Egypt has recovered greatly after that. I mean, look at all the
hmm
dynasties after that. All the pharaohs, Queen Cleopatra. Egypt, Egypt
right
never. That kind of the templates would destroy a nation forever, ever. It didn't. Egypt
hmm
survived. If it happened, Egypt did a great job surviving all that. Right,
yeah that is true
right. Um, Man-made God. Yeah, I mean, look, we didn't have answers back then. Like, we don't have obviously we didn't have the science and technology back then. And
hmm
I do think, obviously we didn't have. I do think people that are hallucinating might be like thinking or seeing some sort of diseases, mental
right
illnesses, right? Okay,
or they've seen something and they couldn't
yeah,
really a
yeah.
phenomenon that we can explain now might have been
Remember,
something they couldn't have explained back then.
remember, everybody thought the Earth goes around the Earth goes around the sun.
Yeah,
It turns out to be the other way
right.
round. Was it Galileo? Was it Galileo?
Yeah, they thought the sun revolves around us, right? That we
Yeah,
were
yeah.
like the center of the
Hmm.
universe when it wasn't true. It was obviously that
Hmm.
we orbit around the sun, right? The
Yeah.
sun and there's other planets, right? So it's like we're not really the center of really anything. We're just another planet in this universe. So,
And I'm sorry,
yeah.
I'm sorry, Christians people. I know you say Jesus rose in 3 days, came back from the dead.
Mhm.
Guess what? Jesus is not the only person that comes back from the dead. People actually come back from the dead 2 minutes later.
Yeah, that I always wonder that too, like where, because like they say that he came back from the dead, right? And that's why they don't
Yeah.
have his remains. But then you're like, well, does that mean he never died and he's still walking among us? Like, I never really understood
Was
that.
he?
I gotta be honest.
Was he possibly out cold? Oh, no, I don't know. Was he?
I really don't know. I mean, and the thing is, it's like the Abrahamic religions all kind of are, have their own opinions
Well,
on various different people too. So
well, I
it's
mean,
like, it feels like there's different accounts of different things, and you're like,
that's
why is there different accounts of something that certain
well. I
people
think
have saw, right? Like,
well, I mean, the Noah's Ark, the flood. There's different
mhm,
religions that have describe a flood, like beliefs.
right,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Degrassi. Imagine being the first person to experience that. You think your God was bad, and it turns out there's a scientific reason why we have thunderstorms,
mm,
and there's a scientific why we have vegetables and fruits growing because of the sun. Like seriously, if you saw Hail Mary, if the sun does die, we're fucked. We're fucked. We're
right.
legitimately fucked. Okay, we're
Well,
done.
I do wonder about how some of these people acted back then, because I mean, the thing is, like, we it's like, yes, we obviously have like uh, writings and such, but it's like it's not like today where you can almost see every little thing happening,
Yeah.
right? And I always do wonder, like, I wish there was, like, could you imagine if there was cameras and social media and
If you
all
went
the
back in time,
technology?
if you went back in time with all that stuff, they might think you're God.
Yeah, most likely.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, if we were somehow able to invent time travel, I would assume
Just
we've
bring
definitely
up.
beat God in some sense.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Because I mean, does that, like, who even back then was even thinking about the idea of time travel?
Uh huh.
The idea of, like, moving through time. Like, that seems like a very, out there kind of concept.
Yes. Okay. But do I either think you're God? It depends how far back you either think you're God, or they might think you're like a demon from a demon or something, or it might like a
Right.
okay, um, or something like that. Imagine being the first experience of thunderstorm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's what people say when it rains, God's crying. So I'm like,
Hmm.
what is snow then? Snow's water too. Like they're both
Yeah,
water.
I guess it's all the same, right? It's just he's crying while it's cold.
So 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 he it's funny if he's crying and delivers snow. So in Australia, so is he crying over is he crying over the southern hemisphere now? Because I'm pretty sure it's the southern hemisphere,
Mm,
right? It's the winter
yeah,
seasons,
now
right?
it
Fall. Yeah,
soon for them, yes.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't. Yeah, exactly. I don't. The thing is, like, sometimes I do feel like a lot of religious ideas. I feel like it was meant for a certain time, and it's kind of really hard to, like.
Hmm.
There's so much stuff that we know now, and I feel like religion kind of has to almost bend backwards to kind of answer questions that obviously it didn't have because they didn't know, right? And I feel like that's kind of like the telltale sign that obviously it was man made. Because if it really wasn't, shouldn't there have been things that
Yeah.
it told us about that now it's like, okay, we have like definitive proof? Or it was
Hmm.
like kind of ahead of the curve, but but it really doesn't. So it's kind of like, I don't know. And obviously, I feel like it's caused way too much divide, especially knowing that there's all these different people on planet Earth from different countries and different parts of the world that had different experiences, and that also kind of contradicts like what some religions say, right? So it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's caused way too much problems, and I always have believed that it should have been an individual matter, and I don't really think I think it just causes like groupthink, and it causes people to kind of like take some of their circumstances and kind of like jump to massive conclusions, and they use this as they use religion as their kind of reasoning or logic. And yeah, I don't know. I like I said, I don't have a problem with people who are religious, but like when people ask me like why I'm not religious, or it's just more of like I believe it's an individual matter, and to be honest, it's like you know not everything I agree with, right? Like I agree with most people should be able to live their life the way that they want it as long as they're not harming anyone, right? Um,
Yeah.
so there's in a lot of aspects some religions don't really, they kind of look down or frown upon that, right? Like, or certain practices of things that you have to do, and certain things that you can't do this for
Yes.
relationships or whatever. Like all those things, I'm like, yeah, I don't live that way, so it's kind of hard to now adapt myself to something that I just disagree with, right? So yeah, that's kind of like my reasoning again. It's just like I think people can have also faith without the religious elements as well. Like
Yeah.
I think more people can
Well,
should learn how to have hope without religion.
I think religion, 100% about religion is about faith.
Right.
Like,
Because life is
you
complicated.
pray.
Life
Yeah.
it gets really hairy and dark and stuff.
Most of the time, people in religion pray and
Hmm.
just want to make their God happy. That's basically faith.
Right.
That's all it is.
Well, for them too, it's kind of like they wanna
Yeah.
make sure that things go okay and they live like a good life, right?
Yeah.
Generally
Yeah,
speaking. Oh my gosh, why can't I
but the
say that?
thing
Jeez.
they do when they're in a good life, they pray to whoever. But I'm like,
Right.
you gotta live a good life. You gotta do it on your own, man. You can't.
Hmm.
I mean, you're responsible for your life.
Right.
You okay? I just don't like people either blaming God or thanking God for their own success. I'm like, you know,
Hmm.
thank yourself, man, or blame yourself. Okay?
Or not blame yourself because maybe it's not your fault, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But don't blame God or anything. I mean, we're not. Life is not meant to be easy. And
Oh
you
yeah.
know, there's people that question the meaning of life. What's the definition of life? My personal
Hmm.
belief, the definition of life is different for everybody. Everybody has a different
Yeah.
definition. It's
Yeah.
not one.
I think that too. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Because it's not everybody lives a different life, right? So it's like
exactly.
what you get out of life is what you want out of life. I think it's up to
Yeah,
you to create. I feel like when someone has put something on you, I feel like is that really what you want out of life? I
exactly.
personally don't think so, right?
Yeah. All right.
And some people maybe it is, but it is religion, but I don't
Yeah.
think it's for everybody. Yeah.
All right, guys. All right, guys. We're gonna end it here. Thanks for watching. Be
Yeah.
back
Peace,
tomorrow,
guys.
maybe. Be back tomorrow, maybe, guys.
Come on. Thanks for watching him, bitch!